Hey there, it's Dina from idon'tgetittutoring.com. In this video, I will go over how to find the equation of a line. Let's get started. So, lines are the most important aspect in algebra and basically any math, geometry, calculus, very important. So, the equation of a line. Sure, you've seen lines like y equals x plus 3, y equals, x equals, y equals 2x minus 5, and so on and so on. Or even 3 equals 2x plus 1, right? Maybe that's not a good example, never mind. But you have most likely seen something like this in your life before for math. Now, these are lines, and they are equations for lines, and they all follow a specific format. This format is like the holy grail. It is super, super, super important, and it is essential that you memorize it. Y equals mx plus b. Learn it, remember it. This is very crucial. Y equals mx plus b. So what's m and what's b? What are these weird letters that we've never seen before? So these are other variables, and they represent certain aspects of a line. Each letter in this equation tells you something about the line. The most important letters here are M and B. B is the y-intercept. B is super important because it basically gives you a point from the get-go just by looking at the line, the equation of the line. Just by looking at that equation, it tells you exactly like one point that you know that you're sure is going to be on that line. So B would be the y-intercept. And what's the y-intercept? That's the point that intersects the y-axis. That's the point on the y-axis. And what does any point on the y-axis have? If it's on the y-axis, that means it has an x of 0. So you know for a fact x is 0. So if you were to write a coordinate pair with B, knowing this, you know immediately that there's a point that's 0, B. So let's say it was plus 7, you would have a point that would be like 0, 7. Very, very important that you know B. Next, M. M is our slope. Ooh, slope, new word. Slope means rate of change. That's the average rate of change in the line. And since it's a line, that means it goes up by the same exact amount each time. So M is the rate it goes up by. Well, not rate, but the amount it goes up by. And to find the rate of change of a line, you use the equation for rate of change. I've gone over this in another video on our website and on our YouTube channel. Average rate of change, feel free to give that a look. Check it out. If you don't know what that is, it's very helpful. But yeah, so this is M. M is the slope, and B is the y-intercept. X and Y are from the points that are on that line. So X and Y are useful in finding M and B sometimes. We're going to go into that later in this video. So we are going to figure out how we can find the equation of a line given points, or just given the graph of the line, and we figure out its equation from there. So let's get started. Screenshot this, write it down in your notes. I can't stress this enough. This is very, very, very important, this equation. Okay, so let's say we have the values in a table like this. I shouldn't have started out that high. Oh no, they don't line up. Okay, that's good enough. Okay. I should not have used that example. Quick change. What I wrote there was the x and y values for an exponential line. So I apologize. You won't be seeing numbers like that, rates like that, changes like that in these types of questions. You wouldn't use these methods for that. Here we go. So let's find the equation of a line with these values. So first thing we could automatically do is we can make coordinate pairs with this information. We could put together some points that are on this line that we know exist. So we could do 0, 2, 1, 4, 2, 6, 3, 8, 4, 10, and 5, 12. And we are basically trying to fill out M and B. We're trying to find out the values of M and B. So why don't we start with M? Actually, let's start with B first. So we said B, right, is always going to follow the format of 0B, right? So any coordinate on the y-axis, any coordinate with an x of 0, that pair, the y, that is our B. Can we see anything like that in our example here? Right here. Yep. So it's 0, 2, so that means B in this case is 2. So we uncovered one piece of this puzzle. B is 2. So now our line looks like this, mx plus 2. But we still need to find M. Let's do average rate of change. Actually, there is 2 ways we could find M. First thing we could do is calculate the rate of change. Another thing we could do, since we have so many points over here, is we could find out, we could basically plug in one of these pairs into y equals mx plus 2. So this is option 1, and this is method 2. Well, they're both methods, so method 1, method 2. Okay? Basically, you plug in one of these pairs, for example, any one of these pairs. It can't be 0, 2. So that, we're already done with that point. It could be any of the other points with an x that is other than 0. So let's just use 2, 6 for now. 6 equals m times 2, or 2m. We could also just write it like that. Plus 2. That 2 looks a lot like a z. And then from there, you could solve for m, and m would be 2. That's one way to do it. But sometimes that's not always the case. So another way you could do it is to calculate the average rate of change. Let's do both methods. Let's see if they give us the same answer. Spoiler, they will. So let's do that. Let's pick 2 random points. Let's pick 2, 6 again, and 4, 10. So we could do y2 minus 1, y1, 10 minus 6 over x2 minus x1, 4 minus 2. 10 minus 6 is 4, 4 minus 2 is 2. 4 minus 2 is 2. And there you go. It's as easy as that. They both give you the same answer. Either way is perfectly fine to use. So, yeah. Our final equation, since m is 2 and b is 2, our equation would be 2x plus 2. There you go. It's as easy as that. But sometimes we'll have to plug in numbers to find the values are m and b sometimes. Because let's say our table did not start with 0, 2, and it's just started with 1, 4. Ooh. What would you do then? You wouldn't have a point 0, 2 to start with. Doesn't make it that easy for you. So what you would have to do first is physically calculate the average rate of change. You would find it to be 2. Then you would have y equals 2x plus b, because you still would not have known b yet. And then from there, you would plug any one of these values, like this one for example, 10 equals 2 times 4 plus b. And then you would solve, and b would be equal to 2. Okay? That's pretty much it. Just remember these two methods, using rate of change or plugging in to find the slope of an equation. And remember that sometimes you won't always get the y-intercept given to you. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this video was helpful. Please remember this equation. It is so important. And yeah, thank you again, and good luck. Bye.